Yo, what's going on, guys? We're live again. First time this week. Couldn't go live yesterday. Had to do some work. But we here today and hanging out, having a good time. Gonna do some deadly decks. Probably not gonna do the playtest yet because we still have a lot of cards that we want to make. But happy to be here, excited to be here. It's Tuesday 15th, not Tuesday the 15th, it's the 10th. Oh my god, it's already the 10th of March. How does that even happen? But we are here hanging out, gonna make some deadly deck stuff, take another step in the direction of designing this game. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Let me see, I'm gonna just share a little bit here. Just letting the Discord know that it's live time. And, if you haven't been on the Discord yet, I can drop that link here in the chat. Can I do that? Can I even do that even? Maybe I can even do that. I think I can somewhere. Really got to get this Carl bot. Yo, Raymond, what's up? What's going on? How's the day, Raymond? How's the day? What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta drop this in here. All right, I think we good. Furry's here too. Poorly timed stream? What does that mean? Is this the wrong time to stream? What program do I use to separate audio and recording? I just use Streamlabs and Voice Meter. Dude, it's, let me tell you, it is a slippery slope, man. Be careful going down on into like volumes and separating them. It is such a pain, dude. It's such a pain. I remember when I set this up when I was streaming during pandemic days, and every time I have to go back in and fix it, I'm just like, oh my god, what a mess. What a mess. You have to like set up these tracks, and then in Streamlabs, you have to like open up the audio tracks and then set them to which track number they come out on, and then in the settings you have to like change how like which parts get recorded. Oh my god, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's kind of crazy. I'm glad I did all the what get back here. I'm glad I did all the work to set it up, but yo, it is truly a pain. Can you guys hear music, by the way, or is it too low? I think the music's pretty low. I could turn it up a little bit. Hey, I told you to get Voice Meter Banana. Yeah, Banana's like a basic one. And then the one that I have, Potato, was like because, you know, I put like Discord channel, music channel, me channel, all kinds of other stuff channel. Your favorite YouTuber made a funny video. What was that about? You finished coding your global broadcast system? Is that a Roblox thing? Guys, I'm feeling really good too because it is sunny as hell today, and I am all about it. It like feels great. So sunny out. I didn't even have to bring a jacket, a winter jacket today. Oh my god, dude, is spring here? Is spring actually here? I wonder. All right, today we're gonna make some cards. We're still not at the point where we can play test anything yet because there's just like still not enough. There's still not enough here. When we last were hanging out, I made these dice that can like randomly target one of the players, 1 through 3, so that we can actually have like random targeting from the creatures if that happens. Pretty excited about that. I think the way we left stuff, we had just done the bleed tokens. We were debating whether or not bleeding can happen on undead like creatures. I kind of feel like it can. Going back to that, I feel like it's okay. It's okay if like bleeding means other stuff too. Raymond said, yeah, the Roblox thing includes global admin abuse too. All you got to do is add a module in the folder and code it on new self. Oh, well, isn't that fun? That's a great time. All right, while we were doing this, let me see what cards we can kind of do. The last cards we were working on. Oh man, there's so many things I want to tell you guys about too. I was messing around with a prototype for like a digital knitting app. It just sounds so random, but I assure you it is so cool and so fun. I may just turn it into like a really tiny iPhone app, iPhone and Google app, like mobile app. It's hard to explain, but I kind of wish I could just stream for like 24 hours a day and just like show you guys all the stuff that I work on. All right, what am I doing here? We're trying to go to the tabletop sim folder, into the cards folder. What cards were we working on? Not gonna lie, guys, I'm a little. Yeah, digital knitting. Wait, I can show you guys. Hold on. I can show you this. By the way, again, is the music too loud? Oh my god, then there... Oh. Dude, then there's this game that I made. It's not really a game, it's just I got ChatGPT to be a game. And it was really funny. Can I show you guys this? Come on, Claude. Claude just like literally broke when I tried to log into it. It's like freaking out. Let me see, is it here? Yeah, here it is. Okay, you ready for this? Is Claude coded with Claude? I think at this point now they have AI designing new AIs. That's like a whole thing now. Okay, so this is why I don't like Claude very much. Claude kind of like takes these like creative liberties that just piss me off so much. Like it like calls it thread weave and I'm like, bro, I don't need help with a name, buddy. Like, not trying to be mean at all, but like I just don't like the decisions that Claude makes when you're making something, because it just kind of feels like it goes and it like does things that you don't ask it to do when you're designing stuff creatively, and that really bothers me. Sorry to go off on a tangent, but it really bothers me. I feel like ChatGPT doesn't do that as much. ChatGPT kind of knows like, yo, let's work on this together. I'm gonna help you out. Claude is kind of like, look at me. I can name your app. And I'm like, don't name my app, dude. Threadweave is corny as hell. As I probably end up launching the app and calling it Threadweave. Anyway, let me see if I can find this real quick. Are you guys ready to see Threadweave? Threadweave. Threadweavinator. Okay, this is Threadweave. All right. Now you can't see my hands, which is kind of like useful for this. But just check out what it does. Okay. Just check it out. Learning how to gamble on Rust. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Ready? So the way it works is I'm gonna set a smaller grid, a little 10 by 10, guys, just a little one, just a little grid. I don't think you can really see the grid that much. Thanks, Claude. Thanks, Claude. You really did a number for us. Now the way this works, I'm still working out the interactions on this. But the idea is it's like something you do on your mobile phone. So you would do like thumb up and this. And like I don't know if you guys have ever knitted before, but I did it to try and like help with anxiety, and it was really helpful. And it always stuck in my head that it's like, oh, it'd be really fun to have something like this that I could just do on my mobile device. And so just know this is like meant to be like a fidget app. This isn't like a game. This also isn't like some like, ooh, peep, this will take over the world. It's like more of like something you could do just for fun. So the way it works is your left thumb, when you swipe left or right, picks which color the primary color is, the top left or the top right. So I have this mapped to WASD for my left thumb, and then I have it mapped to the arrows on the right for my right thumb. So like that's how I'm prototyping this, so that I don't have to like build it out on my phone and like just get into all the dumb bullshit, right? Like, not gonna do all that. But check this out. If I press A, it selects the red color. If I select D, it selects the secondary color. So you can pick which color you want. And then right now I have it to where up and down is changing those colors. So if I press up, it'll actually cycle through, I don't know where it's getting these colors from, but it will cycle through the colors. And if I press down on my left hand, it will do this. So just think of like you would swipe down and you would like change this. Does it actually design the knitted object? That would be actually kind of cool. No, okay, so think of it this way. It's like knitting with cheat codes that are your D-pads for both hands. So it's like the idea is eventually you could do really crazy patterns if you just do it. So let me just show you how it works. Okay, if I select yellow, swipe to the left, and then I go, I think it's left, right, I make a full yellow. If I do thumb to the right and then I go left, right, now it'll make a full blue, which is pretty cool. And then what happens is you can do all kinds of different stuff. So if I swipe left, then I swipe left up, you get that. If I swipe left and then I swipe left down, you get that. See how this is going? So you could like make, let me see, let's get like, I don't know, try and find colors that I like. This is kind of cool. So let's see. If I did like left down, left up, no, left down, right. That's kind of interesting. Left up, no, left down, up. Weird. left now. Okay, so I'd have to do right, left, right down. Oh, that's kind of cool. Meh. Then right, left, up. No, I did it wrong. Left, right, up. Whoa, is that cool? Isn't that sick? And then I could just do left, left, or left, left, left. Oh no, shoot. Right, left, right is a full. So then we could do it again. Left, right, down. Nope. Left, right, up. No. What's the long arrow? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's so hard. It's so tricky to like memorize them, but that's part of like crocheting. So the idea here is like you would have to learn like how this stuff works. I just want that one. I just want that one. Okay, I could work with this. You can host this on ngrok so anyone can just test it. PC always has to be on though. Ngrok? Really? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, interesting. Wow, that's really fun. Um, I wish I could, you know, like, oh, there we go. That's fun. So you can kind of see like the idea here, and then like, you know, you go to the next one, and then you could try to do like, you could do like crazy stuff with this. So you guys see like how it's coming together. Ah. It's so hard, but I feel like I do start learning like how it works, you know? Like, you know, I want it to be there. Yeah. And then let's see if I can get this. Orange, left, right, get a full one. Yeah. Orange, left, right. No, not orange, left, right. Orange, up, down. No. No, that's definitely not it. That's definitely not it. Close. Ah. But like, can you imagine? Just, oh, that's almost what I wanted. I just wanted it with the different color. Yeah, now we're cooking. Yeah, look at this. Look at this beautiful pattern. Yeah, isn't this wild though? So the idea is like, you just like make these, you could send them to people, you could make pictures out of them. I really wanted it to be like again, like cheat codes. You're just doing these like crazy Mortal Kombat combos, like up, down, left, right, right, and you're like watching someone do it. And like, I was even thinking, you know, it's like you can like go double back on a pattern, and like something like this, you could even like do something that would, you could go back, and then if the pattern's already done, you could stylistically change it or something like that. Oh, that would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sure. Why not? Um, can you make it so I can export the final? Can you make it so I can have a button that will export the final grid image as a PNG or GIF, GIF, giraffe. Also have it so it starts out on a 10 by 10 grid, because I don't like that it starts with this like really large one. Oh yeah, and make the yellow color you're using brighter for the UI since it's hard to read. I've noticed that about Claude too. Claude picks colors that are like really hard to read. But that's what I mean. It tries to like over stylize things. Like this. What even is this? I don't know what this thing is. Like why did you add that? Like left. Oh, it's telling me what colors picked. And then it like shows me the pattern, but it's like already done. Like, I don't mind that but then it already showed me here. It already shows me here which one's picked. So like, this is what I mean with Claude. Claude's a little bit of a tryhard. Like, it even puts this stuff up top. Digital knitting loom, 3-step gesture system. And it's like, why would you put that up there? I don't want that. I didn't ask for that. That's not part of the prototype. I'm not trying to ship this thing in 3 seconds. I'm trying to like actually make something cool. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna make this. We're gonna try it real quick, and then I'll drop the HTML in the Discord. And if you guys want to try making something, go ahead, make something and tell me what you think. This will be really funny. All you have to do is double click it to open it. I believe it's going to just be an HTML file, so it's just a local file. You can just run it. Okay, after this, we're gonna make some deadly decks, though. I gotta admit, this is really fun. Let me show you some of the other stuff too. I had this idea to make a mid 1980s alien telescope game thing, and like, let me show you what it does. Like, this is what I mean about how it just kind of makes its own stuff. Like, I was trying to make this thing where you get a signal from another planet and you have to like decode it by like changing the frequency and stuff. But why does it say Project Argus? And like, what is this? Receive active. It's like, it like makes these things buffer 700 bytes. Dude, I did not tell it to do any of that stuff. I just wanted to test a game mechanic. I did not want fluff. I didn't want creative decisions. I didn't want any of that stuff. And it like went ahead and like did all this stuff. And like, genuinely, it's very annoying. Like, it's very annoying because you want to try and prototype something, and then it just like starts making these creative decisions, which in truth are actually very poor creative decisions. Like, if I had an intern and they made this stuff, I'd be like, next time, just don't add that stuff, please. Like, I just want to see the game. I just want to try the game. Try hard. Claude is so try hard. That's why I still kind of like ChatGPT. Like, ChatGPT is really, like, doesn't really overstep its bounds too much. Okay, let's see how this turned out. Did it do it? Uh-oh. Whoops. I see. I don't know what CTX is, but it's missing. I accidentally dropped it. Okay, let's try a little thread weave here. Is it going to do it? So you go lat W, make a little Christmas thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and like make stuff like. There is like a jumpy thing it does. I don't know why it does that, but like, I feel like sometimes I only press it once and it lets me do two. Maybe that's kind of cool, but I think you can like string the commands if you're still holding on, which is like, okay, whatever. So we just make this guy. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm joking. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so we get this one. I do feel like you could actually make some really cool patterns in here though with like this. Like, it's pretty beautiful, I think. Okay, it's almost done. Look at me go. But like, this is what I'm thinking. Could you imagine if someone was like actually decorating this and they knew all the patterns and they could make something like really gorgeous? That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, this is done. Let's save it as a PNG. Is it actually going to do it? It says PNG saved. Where? Where did you save that? Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Where did it save it? Did it like save it into... No, it's not on my clipboard. It didn't download anything. Maybe because it's inside of the Claude thing. Maybe they need me to do one of these guys. Why do you... Yeah, whatever. 14 minutes ago. Is this it? Does it have the... No. This one? Yeah, there it is. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Do you think it's gonna work? It doesn't seem like it did. That's pretty cool though. I just feel like this would be so mesmerizing to just do this on my phone if I was like, you know, on the subway, or like, you know, I could just like make a little thing. I'm trying really hard, guys, lately to think about what we can do with technology that's actually a benefit to our lives. This doesn't seem like there's very much right now. So I've been trying to create these little things. Like, you'll see I'm working on a sleep app, but that's almost done. Helps people fall asleep instead of doom scrolling. Okay, let's try it. Save the PNG. Oh, wow, it did. Look what it did. Hey! You know, all right, AI is not terrible. It's not terrible. Not a fan of the what? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. What is this? Why did it put a fake quilt pattern on it? Do you see this? Look at this. Why did it do that? And it's there. Why did you do that, Claude? Why did you do that? Ugh. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for right now, but that's really obnoxious that it just added like fake knitting patterns. The GIF should animate it being created. That would be really fun. Okay, we can add that. We could probably add that later, but that would be really fun to send someone though. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what I'm gonna post in the Discord. I'm gonna post my first thread weave. Yeah, have you tried thread weave? Probably not. Okay, there we go. I posted my first thread weave. It's pretty fun. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll see if I can post this up somewhere. Actually, let me see. I'll drop this in here. I'll drop it in the chat right now. Is this the right one? Nope, that's the old one. Is this the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. It just posted the stupid. It just posted the HTML. I think I'll have to like put it on a website. Probably the best way so you guys can mess with it. Okay. Well, all right, I'll set it up. I'll see if I can get it set up like tomorrow or something. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's like it's like once you try it, I think you guys will like think it's pretty fun. Like I said, like the idea of like swipe to the left to select a color, it kind of does feel a little bit like you're knitting, you know, which is pretty cool. Furry said, my strategy that I made for the wheel is working. Over 50 chance of winning. For the sleep app, you shouldn't have any blue since blue light is bad for sleep. Well, actually, you guys could actually try it. So the story behind it is just before my game company, Simple Machine, crashed out for the pandemic, literally just before, I made this app called Scroll to Sleep. And I posted it, but I didn't do anything with it. Like I just literally, like we made one scene where you just swipe to scroll and this little sheep was like on a little boat and the numbers pass. But over the past 6 years, dude, look at these ratings. Over the past 6 years, it just keeps getting reviewed like every once in a while. And everyone who reviews it, like, these are not just like, oh, cool, try it. You know, like if you look at my Pop the Lock reviews, they're like usually 3 words, like so fun or pretty cool, not bad. But these reviews, every time I come back and check it, I'm just like, what? And the thing with it is the reviews also they don't have the option here to do most recent. They're just showing a couple of them. But the most recent reviews, that usually gets reviewed like once every 2 months. Like I used this app in desperation 3 days in a row, and I've successfully fallen asleep each time. I'm so happy I found this. It's so relaxing and replaces the really bad habit of scrolling through social media before sleep, which always keeps me up late at night. Unlike this relaxing experience, I'd love to be in more options, more choices, more ambience, more scenes, soundscapes. That would be amazing. Imagine being able to be on a boat rowing through a Northern Lights Aurora Borealis, right? And like, there's so many of these. There's 129 ratings. There's like barely any 1-star ratings. It sounds like AI. I mean, you could say that, but I think that was from what, this one? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure these are like real. Well, this one's my review. I reviewed my own thing. But you know, this is when it first came out. But yeah, it's like these people really love this thing. So anyway, I've been working on this app. You can download it. It's only on iPhone for right now because that's the only one we got to update. Like, that's the only one we put up before Simple Machine crashed out. But yeah, I've been working on this actually for the past 2 months, and I have a whole bunch of new scenes. There's like one where you're flying through snow, through snowy mountains. There's another one that's a Facebook, except it's just pictures of sheep, and you just scroll on sheep book. And you just keep scrolling and seeing all these sheep. So yeah, I've been wanting to do like some dev on this, like live, but we're not there yet. We're just doing deadly decks, or we're supposed to use deadly decks. Yeah, Raymond, you could try it out. I'll drop the link in here. Whoever wants to try it out, go ahead. This will be updated soon. I'm close. I'm close to finishing it. So what I did actually is I put in a subscription, but I kept everything that was free in the app already exactly the way it was, if not more improved, to be perfectly honest with you. It's actually way more improved. So now there's like 5 more scenes, but they're behind the subscription. So you can always have this like swipe sailing one that everyone loves. That one's free always. It's never going to be taken away. And then the rest of them, you know, if people want to pay, I think it's $4.99 or $3.99 a month. They get all the rest of them, which, like, you know, I really hate subscriptions. I'm the first person to throw up my arms and say I hate subscriptions. But you know the world that we live in, guys. Add random ads while you sleep. I know. Wouldn't that be horrible? Buy Burger King today. Oh, that would be so terrible. Hey, but you know what? I will say this. If Burger King wants to do a little Burger King scene where you're driving around dropping off burgers to people and it sounds nice, hey, if it works for people, that could be really cute and funny. All right, let's take a look at this and see if we can make some deadly decks today. Coming back to this, we have some new cards that we want to get in here. That's Sleep Funk. Is Sleep Funk a thing? I've never even heard of Sleep Funk, but now I'm genuinely curious. All right, so we have a card that I want to make today that I'm in love with this card. I also don't know exactly how it's going to work. So James and I have been reworking some of these events lately. And one of the events that came up, let me pull it up here and see if I can find it so we can actually look at the deets. No, we're not doing Threadweave right now. We have this card right here. It's called the Grotesque. We have this card called the Grotesque. And guys, I am so excited for this card. Let me explain to you how it works. This is going to blow your mind. The Grotesque is a statue. You come across this statue and it has 2 options. Option 1, if one of your heroes has a peril tracker already on them, right? Do you remember the peril trackers? Is like 3 of these. If you epic fail, you get a miss. If a creature hits you with an epic miss, you turn it into a peril token. If you get 3 peril tokens, you have to take a peril card, which is like a broken arm or like a hemorrhaging liver or something like that, or kidney or something like that. But this grotesque card, are you ready for this? If you have a peril token on your hero, you get this unique weapon, the Death Blade, which we're probably going to change it from the Death Blade to something else. So this grotesque is looking for pain. It feeds off of pain. And if you bring it pain, it will reward you. If you don't have a peril token, you have to summon the Tormentor. And what I'm so excited about this is, I don't know how this is going to work, but the Tormentor is a creature that has infinite health. And the only way that you can stop the Tormentor is by getting a peril token from the Tormentor, which means you have to miss and then it has to like peril you. So this is going to be pretty cool. You play it every night before sleeping. All right. I'm going to check out some sleep core funk core. All right, let's open up a card. And then let's make this guy. I don't think it will let me open the events. I'm going to try. Usually it tells me, sorry, we can't do that because you're streaming and your computer can't do 7,000 things at once. But let's try it. It's going. It might actually open. Did I see the lethal poison idea? No, I didn't. What's the lethal poison idea? It might actually open, guys. Burger King foot lettuce. Oh my god, it actually opened. You're joking me right now. What? Okay. All right, well, let me copy one of these guys. Let's take this Gabriel guy. Maybe not Gabriel. Let's try Campfire. Let's duplicate it. And let's call it what it is. Grotesque. Grotesque. Put this up at the top. Turn off this. And this is easy because now we can just go ahead and do grotesque. I think that's how we spelled it. Okay, I forget what this does. Hunger for Agony, 6-sided die, D3. I don't know what that does. Okay, so this is going to change into... you must... how do we write this one? This is going to be... Maybe we just make it in quotes and we say something like, bring me thy pain. And uh-oh, I lost that other text box. Whoops. I lost the text box. Okay, let's bring it back. Okay, let's leave that there. Let's do feed me. Feed me your pain. Your pain? Feed me your pain? And then let's grab the grotesque card art that James put together. This is just a sketch for now. Drop this in here. And then... nope. It's meant to be like this statue that, you know, when you walk past it kind of comes to life. You drag this down here. think it goes even. Oh, yeah, we can definitely put this here. This is a problem that I have with a lot of these files, is that I have a lot of like duplicate, very large art. That's a problem. Save this. Your. Feed me, you are pain. I always have to read it. Feed me, you are pain. That would be apostrophe Re. Furry said, oh, Raymond said, my friend Bloxy AI coded game I talked about right before it hit 2000 CCU. Clee climb up mountain for brain rot. AI coding in Roblox is insane, even though some challenges like constant debugging. Yeah, I'm interested to try it. Furry said this must be the poison one. A hero takes 1 to 2 damage for the rest of the game every 1 to 2 rounds. You can heal them, keep them alive, and after your quest, they find a nice place to die. Oh, they like have to? You have to help them find a place to lay down? Lay down, you'll be all right. Also, you got a healer type hero? Yes, we do. We have a healer type. The healer type is... do we have an exact healer type? It's this one, Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth has a swamp juice. We haven't gone through this yet, but these are the way that these magic sorcerers is that they have souls. We haven't done anything with this yet, but they collect souls when they kill creatures, and then the souls can be used. When you see one like this without fire, it just means you need at least 1 soul to do this. So they can make vial of acid. They do 1 damage to all creatures in this encounter. And then leeches is 2. So if you have 2 souls, which again, we don't have these yet, you can do 1 damage, add your roll. I don't know. I haven't looked at these in a long time, but you can burn 2 souls and immediately do swamp juice, and you restore 2 health of any hero. If your last successful spell was leeches, add 2 health. So the idea is if you do leeches first, you like get these leeches that have like, you know, taken all the blood out of a creature, and then on your next turn, if you do swamp juice, you can heal for 4 instead of 2. And the cool thing about these guys, or at least the idea here, Pander, yes, I am prototyping this entire card game, which now has over 200 cards in it. I'm prototyping it in Tabletop Simulator because we honestly stopped prototyping for a while because we were like printing the cards, and it just got to be too challenging to like make changes, put stickers on them, like write on them, all that stuff. And the idea with the magic users, we haven't done these guys yet because I'm honestly a little nervous. But the idea is that you get they have spell pages, and they can collect more than 1. They all have their own spell pages. And then once their magic increases, I believe to 4. Yeah, once you get 4, your spell book goes to level 2. So what I love about Cottonmouth, thank you. Thanks, Pandery. Thanks for hanging out. This is a game that I've been working on with James, is an artist friend. I've started working with him on this last year. We're a little over a year at this point now. And it's a great game, a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. We're not doing any play testing today because we just wrapped these 3 heroes. They're like actually pretty balanced, and now we're trying to balance these 3. Uh-oh. Stream buffer rip? Oh no, what happened? What happened? Am I still live? Oh, it's fine now. Someone just cut the internet cord. Someone tripped over the internet cord. That one at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, so anyway, to answer the question, yes, we do have healers. We don't have anyone who's like specifically a healer though, so that might be something to explore. Okay, let's go back though. We're about to get this this in here. By the way, I'm gonna drop the Discord link just in case anyone wants to hang out in the Discord server, follow along, all that good stuff. Trying to be better at dropping the Discord link a little more often. Do I use Ethernet? No, I don't use Ethernet. The place that I'm at has unbelievable Wi-Fi. It's really fast. There are a lot of Roblox devs furries. feel like I want to see that in a chart. I definitely want to see that in a chart. All right, so we were just making this card, the grotesque. This thing shows up, and this is going to be a tricky one to write because we want to say, like, I basically want to say you approach the statue, and then you have two options. Offer one peril token, receive Deathblade, or summon the Tormentor. So it's going to be something like this, where it's like, the party approaches the statue. Choose one. And, you know, I think for now we're going to get rid of the flavor text. We're just going to say choose one. Choose one. Let me get a bullet symbol here. So this is going to be a space and then the bullet. And then the choice is going to be, the choice will be, it's going to be choose one. And we said before, it's like remove one peril token from a hero and summon the Deathblade. So they get this really cool special weapon if they have a peril token. Or you're the proud owner of a brand new Tormentor. Summon the Tormentor and defeat it. Now, remember, the thing with this Tormentor that I'm very excited about is you're not supposed to be able to destroy the Tormentor. It has infinite health. Cannot be destroyed, Donned. Do not like how this element is all messy, but that's okay. It's okay. We can handle it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Right? I just keep telling myself that. Can you guys just keep saying that? Doesn't need to be perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. It really doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Ooh, I can feel my computer strugle with this right now. Computer's like, you're streaming and you're dealing with like high-res card art. This computer definitely wants a little break. Okay, that's okay though. You'll get a break someday. Remove one peril token from a hero and summon the Deathblade. Or summon the Tormentor and defeat it. I like this. This is cool. I really like this card, guys. This is fun. I love that suddenly when you get this card, a peril token is kind of the thing that gets you not only a reward, but keeps you from taking a punishing, brutal battle with the Tormentor, which has infinite health and will make sure you get a peril token before you leave. I really love this card. This is like, I have no idea what it's going to be like when we play it, but I am like absolutely in love with this card so far. The idea behind it, I'm in love with. Let's go to this. Let's save it. Okay. Now we have the grotesque. What's the setup for the computer? It's like an NZXT I bought in 2020. I think it has a 3080 or a 3070 in it, RTX. Does it say on the side? Oh yeah, it does. It's a 3070. See, that's why we RGB, guys. People are, oh, why do you RGB all your stuff? So I can read the graphics card that I should already know that's in my computer because I paid a lot of money for it. I feel like when you have an older computer too, you feel like you're just like kind of like an older dude around like younger people where you're just like you're like 3070 is still pretty good. You know, back in my day, my 3070 was actually one of the most requested cards that was being sold. They're like, bro, it's like 5080 is like the thing now. And you're like, Yeah, but you know, 3070 back in my time was a respectable graphics card, and it still can do a lot. It might be the CPU bottlenecking. It might be, but you know what I'm almost certain it is? You see every single one of these layers? Inside every single one of these layers, because I was lazy and I didn't do what I was supposed to do, has all of these are super high resolution images and I didn't delete them. I just kept adding one on top and then cloning it and then adding another one on top. So all of these I'm pretty sure have like tons of card art in them that's just dragging this entire file down. Like it's just like, oh yeah, look at all this. These are like 4,000 by 4,000 images or something like that. Yeah, it's I didn't do right. It's sad when your computer slows down because you were lazy. You're lazy. See, that's why I need a better graphics card so that I can be lazy without it slowing down my computer. All right, let's see if the Tormentor, James made some card art for the Tormentor. Let me see if I can pull this up. So the Tormentor may change. I don't know. I haven't fully looked at these all just yet. Let's see if we can. Is there like one single card that it will allow me to open without throwing a fit? I don't know. If I go in here, we just need to make one creature, but I don't know if I have like a PSD of a creature, just a simple creature card. Chances are slim to none. Card template temp. Oh, that's a great name, Kurt. Good name. That tells me everything I need to know. All right, we'll try it. I don't know. Card temp. Okay, yeah, this is helpful. All right. So here's the Tormentors. Just some sketch ideas. Oops, that's not it. These guys. Tormentors. Yeah. I kind of feeling like something that's like really filled with pain, you know? Wouldn't RAM be a bottleneck? Oh geez, here we go. Here we go with the downloading more RAM. It was inevitable. Now you can I think you can download better graphics cards, right? That's the sequel. Downloading better graphics cards. I'm kind of like inclined to go with this left one a bit. Could be. It kind of like reminds me of like a heart, and a heart could be like really, you know, like a twisted heart kind of. So that could be pretty cool. All right, we're going to leave these for now until we get like a little bit more art that we can put in here. But for now, I am going to put in the Tormentor because we can at least try out some of the ideas here. So I feel like this is going to be crazy. Infinity symbol. The Tormentor is going to have like forever health, basically. Oh, what am I doing? I'm being lazy again and I'm making mistakes. I'm editing the bandit card. I shouldn't be editing the bandit card. Dude, come on. Okay. So we got to take the bandit card and we have to duplicate it. And now we can make it the Tormentor. Did you really? You bought RAM right now? Wow. I don't know anybody who's buying RAM right now. That's how crazy it is. Like, I don't know anyone buying RAM. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's drop in this guy again. And again, we're just mocking these cards up. This is not final card art. This isn't final UI design. But I do feel like we can get a little something something going here where they have infinite health. Oh, so you just didn't even have a choice. It's like hell of a time for that to happen. Let's go ahead and do this guy. Drag this down just a little bit. So they have infinite health. Again, I'm just going with my inspiration on this card right now. Because this is a creature. And I think the colors for the creatures are different because this was an event. So let me see here. This is an event, which is not what we really needed. We needed, didn't really, okay. All right, sounds good. That's not bad, a build for $500. So of course the RAM, you could have gotten like way better RAM. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do about it? It's just the way it is. Okay, thank you, OneDrive. Thanks for letting me know. I'll make sure I'll take care of that. I'm going to get right on that OneDrive. All right, let's take a look here and see if we come back here and we're looking for a card. We need a creature card, I guess. Yeah, so we can like match the formatting of it. So it's like this pink. Everything's in this pink. Okay, so this guy is gonna have to be in it. We gotta change the color. Oh, what? That's not what we wanted. We gotta come back here. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. Okay. Stop yelling at me, Photoshop. Oh my God. Copy this. And these get the layer style. And this one is going to be color overlay. And we're going to grab that color again and drop it in. I'm gonna hide the card art just so we like don't have anything currently until we have something. So we'll just give it like a dark gray. What was the GPU that you got? Oh, nice. See, this is why we RGB. You shark ate your PC. So funny. All right, so we have the Tormentor. The Tormentor, what kind of creature is the Tormentor? That's a good question. It doesn't, I don't think it has any loot because you could have had loot if you had your other thing. Whoops. Like if you had any kind of peril tokens, then you could have received that from it. Oh, you went with an AMD. That's cool. I've been thinking about going with AMD. Just because like of the entire NVIDIA Ponzi scheme going on right now. I've been like very like, you know what? I think NVIDIA's got enough money these days. Maybe I gotta give money to someone else. Okay, here's the question. The question is, how does this Tormentor actually work? I believe they're a magic type, and I think we have magic types before in like later in the game. So I'm kind of okay with making these guys part of the magic crew so that they are not like anything else that you've kind of encountered before. So I'm just going to put that in here. Magic type. But that's not something we've really covered yet, so see if we can get this to happen. Change the color of the text. Is like this black and then stroke outline on it. Pretty right on. Okay, bring this together a little bit. Whoops. That's not what we wanted to happen. Yeah, I feel like Nvidia's pricing, especially with their new cards. Again, I haven't been shopping for cards, but I do watch a lot of the reviews on Gamers Nexus, because I just love Steve Burke to death. And yeah, when I watch their reviews and everything, it really feels like Nvidia kind of like throttled the performance this time around. Kind of like not really giving you a real reason to upgrade. It's just what I've heard. And then they tell you that like a lot of these cards are worth like, they're basically the same as the previous cards generation, just like a step up. And I'm like, well, that's not really worth $1,500 though. Sorry. Sorry guys. It's not really worth $1,500 for that. I'll pass. Okay, we'll leave that with Magic. Here's the trick with this guy. I think, you know, we could just say that they... Is that one? That... Oh, man. That one is not like a real one. It's like a fake one. Let me go ahead and... Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. Get rid of the one. I'm not really sure like where I'm going with how the Tormentor is going to attack. The problem with the Tormentor, or not the problem, but the outcome that I want with this Tormentor is that you kind of take a bit of damage, but you can control it a bit. And you're trying to get yourself to get a Peril Tracker token as soon as possible. So it feels like the way to do this, how do I get the player to try and get a Peril token without them feeling like this is an unfair situation? We'll just give him a little bit of flavor text. And then down here, I'm feeling like, what are we going to do with this guy? The way that it could work is the Tormentor. Nerf the apparel? What's the apparel? I've not heard that term before. You mean like the swag? Nerf their swag? Nerf their swag. Here's what I want to happen. Okay. Let's step through this before we write this in. Oh, the token you're making. Okay. Okay. Here's how it works. Here, just so you can see this, Pandery, because I think this will make... This is going to be pretty cool. I don't think... Let me show you how this works, because I love this system. The system got put in like 2 weeks ago, I think, when we were working on this, the Mist token. It sounds like you know a lot about like card games and stuff, so I think you'll enjoy this. There's a system in the game where, of course, in every game you can do epic fails, but I've really been trying to figure out how I can start bringing in things like Elden Ring, parry systems, things like that into a card game. And I wanted to do this over the past year. I just didn't know how to do it. And then suddenly it hit. So here's how it works. When you attack, you know, this basic stuff, all your heroes get to attack first, then the creatures attack second. But here's the cool thing. When you roll to attack, if you get a, what is it? A 3, a 6, a 1, a 4, A 5? Oh my god. There, a 2. Okay. There's only one of these on the dice. 6-sided die. It goes fail, 1, 1, 2, 2, epic hit. So critical hit. So when you roll an epic fail and you're attacking, you get a miss token. And the miss token does 2 things. If a creature hits you, which, you know, you can find out how they attack. They have their sets here of like who they're going to attack. This is the lowest health hero because he's like bloodthirsty. This is like the highest strength hero, whatever. But if they attack, so you take your whole turn, you're done. The monsters get to go. If the monsters hit a hero who has the miss token on them, it turns into a peril tracker, and you can't get rid of these. Well, the Tormentor could get rid of one, or the Grotesque, but currently you can't get rid of them. And if you get 3 of them, you have to turn them in and you get a peril card, which is like a broken arm. And you can't get rid of these either. These kind of stay. And so the idea here being that, oh, and also what I should tell you is you take a +1 damage for these as well. So whatever they hit you with, if you have a miss token. But the cool thing about it is, if they don't hit you, so think about it in like regular, like real time, you go to swing, you miss, but when you miss, if they don't hit you, if they don't take advantage of the opening, then you just get rid of them at the end of your turn. So you're kind of like playing this game of like trying to keep your heroes from getting hit, especially the ones who maybe have a miss token on them. And miss tokens are really interesting and fun. So the idea with this Tormentor is, by the way, also too, there's a whole map where you get to pick the locations you go to, and those locations have sub locations or events. So these events are what creates like creatures and stuff. Oh, I didn't know if you just hold it. If you just hold it, does it keep doing it? I never knew that. So anyway, telling you all that. Yeah, so it's like a status effect. Yeah, it's a status effect that only lasts for one single round to indicate, instead of like epic fails just being like something terrible happens, it's like this is like very much like parrying in Elden Ring, where like they'd have to take advantage of that opening. And there are some creatures who will actually prioritize attacking any hero who has one of them, like the spiders. Spiders will attack you and stun you if you have a miss token on you. So it's a pretty cool system. You can also place them on the creatures, so there are ways to apply miss tokens to creatures. So all that's to say, when you draw the Grotesque, what we want to happen is you draw the Grotesque. Let's say no one has a peril token. Darn, that's not great. Then the Tormentor comes out, and the Tormentor does 2 damage every turn, has infinite health, which means you can hit it, but it doesn't do anything back to you, or it doesn't do any damage to it. But what I don't want to happen is I don't want this monster to feel like you're just at the whim of the dice. That's not fun. It needs to feel strategic, like you're trying to do something that the Tormentor can do and use it in a certain way to get yourself to get a peril token. So I'm trying to think, how would we do this? Is it that you can choose who the Tormentor attacks? Is it that way you have more control over it? I also don't want it to be, since it's a 1 in 6 chance, we could do a 1 in 6, like you roll until you get a miss, which means that would roughly be 2 rounds, because there's three heroes, 6 sides. In a perfect world, you get 1 side per turn. So at some point after 2 rounds, you're going to get a miss token. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do what we did with the spiders. The spiders had a miss token. They prioritized missing. So the Tormentor will attack anyone who's missed. That's the first thing. That's great. So that means once you do, it's gonna try and hit you for it. Maybe that's enough, honestly. Because anyone who misses at any time, it's going to hit them and they're going to get a peril token. Let me see here. I think I have to just do this cheap. Set up the movie studio and take a screenshot. And then come back here to here. And we make the miss token. Oh my god, you didn't do it? Okay, you did do it. And we put them... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted either. We want this guy. So now we take the miss token, we drag it up into the corner because that's where it tells you the priorities. But this guy's going to need a secondary condition because, you know, what if nobody has a miss token, it just doesn't attack? That doesn't make any sense. So Panda said choose between bleeding or other negative effects. It's interesting. You mean like when it attacks you, it creates that status effect? Okay, so it's going to prioritize anyone who has a miss token. And then down here, we can say, oh man, did I get rid of the text again? Why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep deleting the text and then I don't replace it with anything? Why God, why? Okay, so there it should be right above. It should be right above this. So if I click on this, it should be, oh, there it is. Okay, so more pain. This creature, oh God, it's too hard to read too. We got to fix that. There's so many things to fix, guys. When a hero receives a peril token, move this out of the way. When a hero receives a peril token, defeat the tormentor. We drop this down. Drop this down. This could be enough. That's a lot already, and it's a lot to test too. So this could be just enough that we're like, okay, this is cool. I don't like the idea that you don't get anything for killing the tormentor currently. That's kind of bummer. Is this like a blood for blood card? You use it and you also take damage? No, the idea with this is if you show up to the grotesque and you have a peril token on you, it will take it and reward you for it. So it's kind of like flipping the game where like if this card happens to show up and you have a peril token, it's like a great card because now having a peril token actually turned out to be great. You get rid of the peril token and you get a really cool weapon. And then if you don't, you wish you had one because the tormentor is going to show up and then the tormentor will actually cause you some damage until such time that the tormentor causes a miss token to turn into a peril token. So when a hero receives a peril token, defeat the tormentor, and it's prioritizing miss tokens. I think this could be enough. We just need a secondary thing for how it attacks. I know you said like bleeding, but I don't want to do a status effect because then that the secondary thing has to be like the fallback thing. Like it will attack. You know what? Let's do what we haven't done before and let's make it random. That's kind of fun. We haven't done this yet. Last week I edited these dice to have these little counter dots on them. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on a 6-sided die. So anytime you roll, you can see it's going to attack Eris. Here, that's a 1. It's going to attack Eris again. You roll, it's going to attack Eris. Typical. Whenever you want to show someone something random in a game, when you're a game dev, this is what it always does. You're like, it's literally picking out of 100. And it's like, nope. Have you checked out Xenoshift? No, is that a card game? Oh, and it's in Steam. Whoa, what's the rundown of what Xenoshift does? It's like, is it a 1v1 battle game? Or no, it looks like a 4-player free-for-all? Like Alien Tower Defense. Whoa, this is cool. And it's not a collectible card game, right? This is a, what is it? LFG? Life? I can't remember all these. Oh, the art looks pretty cool. It's dark, really dark art, but it's pretty cool. Like dark as in like, it's hard to see some of it, but. You build decks, 5 troops on board. Wow, looks cool. Oh yeah, okay. But it's not a collectible game, right? Oh, nice. Is it like Starship Troopers, the card game? Are you just mowing down aliens? Is it like Helldivers? Starship Troopers is that like old movie from the 90s where they were like just like shooting bugs left and right, but no, it sounds like it's not. Like Helldivers is kind of like Starship Troopers if Starship Troopers had a game where you're just like mowing down aliens. Oh, but the aliens are way more dangerous. So it's more like thinking. It's more like strategy thinking. You got to make sure that you kind of like have your guys like set. And it sounds like the engagements are a little longer than just like mowing them down. That sounds cool. I'll check it out. And you said it's a box game, right? So there's no like booster packs or anything like that. You just buy the box and you can play it. Pretty cool. I like that it's digital too. That's what I want to do with this game. Have a digital version of this. And then you can also buy the 200 plus cards and play at home. Cool. Thanks for the recommend, Pandery. I'm going to check it out. What did we do here? Did we finish this guy? Oh yeah, we said dice roll. How do I indicate die roll? I'm thinking right off the top of my head, what if the symbol for die roll is 1, 2, and then 3? So it's like this. I think the color, the way we did this on the die roll is it's pink around the edges and it's like this. So I'm thinking it would kind of be like a little symbol that kind of looks like this. 1, then 2. This is a cool symbol. I could get in on this. 1, 2. Actually, I kind of like it as just 1, 2, 3, because this feels like almost too much. And maybe those dots the dots are indicative of the die roll, but more so they're saying 1 out of 3 heroes. That's too much. Even I think making it smaller, that's really, I don't know. That just seems like a really big UI. And it doesn't feel like it's in style with this game. I would much rather, I think we get rid of this one, and this one. And we just keep it, one of your 3 heroes is going to be hit and you don't know which one. I like that. Usually the outside is like outside stroke is black. That's kind of the UI design rule that I've set for this. But these are the opposite. When your UI designs conflict. The dice roll are black inset with pink on the outside, but this UI is black on the outside. I think we should flip them and we'll see what happens. So if we go in here and we do this guy and then we make this guy black. Or like off black, I think it is. And then we come back here. Again, this is going to change probably. Yeah, I guess it could be like this. Doesn't look as cool, but paste the layer style. Don't like that either. Maybe we do a black stroke around the pink, since that's actually what the UI stuff looks like. Maybe. Could be. We take this guy and this guy goes on the outside. And it goes like that. Wait, yeah, like that. And then we drop it down. And then it's a little bit wider like this. Oh, that works. I'm okay with this. Copy this layer style and drop it on the other two. And paste that layer style. Yeah, there we go. Maybe it'll be fine when the card art is applied in the back. Yeah, that's true. I think it would be, but this actually works. I like this. I like the UI asset. And I mean, that's the rule. That's the UI rule here, is like the asset with a stroke around it. And then this is the actual asset on the die and then turned around. I like that. That works. That's nice. Feels like everything still works. To maybe just a little bit spread out like that. Just give it a little bit more space so it's a little more readable. And maybe make it just a little smaller, just a tiny bit. Okay, so that's currently, that's the roll for hero attack. Okay, this card is currently done without art, but it's kind of done. Let's save it and let's put both of these in. At least today we could get these both in. So we get a Tormentor, and I believe we already have the other one in here. So let's see if we can do this. Is this guy a custom? He is a custom. Okay, great. So we copy this guy. And then let's see about dropping these guys on here. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna do a little bit of Imgur, because for some reason, Tabletop Simulator has you put all of your art assets on Imgur, because it's one of the few places that will actually give you the specific file location. So random, but true. It's like the only place where you can right click on the image and actually get the like imgur.com/something something something.png. So weird, like weird hack, but also it works. And hopefully Imgur never changes that, which I don't think they will, but still, it's pretty funny. Yeah, so whenever I do this, it's like ridiculous. I have to like come over here and then I have to click on one of these. Wait, is it this one? No. And it's such a hard website to use too. It's like so old school. I have to like go to a grouping of images, go all the way down to the bottom, and then add an image. I don't know. It's really convoluted. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it does work. And it also means that since they are hosted on Imgur, I can send this to James as a playable prototype and he'll get all the images instead of it being there. But I just don't understand why it just doesn't save the files into the project. Anyway, story for another day. Who cares? It works. But I just feel like if I'm going to go ahead and just load these files up from my desktop, why doesn't the project file just save the images itself? You know, of course it would be a big image, a much bigger file, but you know, I digest. Let's go to the decks. It was in here. We have the Tormentor. Where's the Tormentor? Where'd you go, Tormentor? Tormentor. You guys probably already see it. There it is. There's the Tormentor. Where's the... Oh, well, we'll just go ahead and do that. Where's the Grotesque, though? There's the Grotesque. So we got to add both of these. And then this is where this happens. You grab this image address. And then we click on this guy. We go to custom. We drop this in. And we're not done yet. There's the Tormentor. But we're still not done yet because we have to... He said worst platform, Pandery. It sounds like you've used Tabletop Simulator. It really is. problem with those websites is compression, right? Is it? It doesn't seem to compress anything that I've sent, at least not to like a point where I can see it. It hasn't been that bad yet. Now I have to go back up here and I have to find the summon card back. Where's the summon card back? I don't think it's in here. So I gotta go back here. Gotta go to my posts. I think it's in this one. Summon. Yeah, it's kind of, it works in theory, and then when you start using it and it gets much bigger, it just kind of falls apart. Custom back, we're gonna make that, and then now the summoning, the Tormentor goes into the summoning deck, which is great. But we also want to do the other one, which is the grotesque. So let's go ahead and do the grotesque now. Here we go again, guys. Rip if you ever get banned. I know, right? Tabletop sim is fine. It's kind of like, it's fine, except it feels like a platform that has no competition. This is like what they always say about capitalism, right? I mean, it's like the benefits of capitalism is you're supposed to have multiple people attempting to create products, and then the purchasers or the customers are the ones who actually benefit because they actually get a competitive market. But I feel like no one's really competing with Tabletop Simulator, and they just do not give any Fs. They are just like, yeah, like whatever, try us. Because it just feels like a platform that has like not been updated or changed or worked on in any significant capacity. Wow, really? Down Detector was bought for billions when it's just an API website. God, imagine making Down Detector and you just get millions of dollars and you're just sitting on a beach now. Oh my God. That's what I need. That's what I need to happen, guys. Trying to get that beach money. Trying to get that someone talks about how you made money in a stream money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, let's see the face. Import. There we go. Okay, well, we did it. We have the grotesque appears. Choose one, remove one peril token from a hero and summon the Deathblade, or summon the Tormentor and defeat it, which we pulled the Tormentor out. We don't have art for it currently. But it's all works. It's got infinite health, which I absolutely adore. Does 2 damage. Will hit anyone who makes a miss. And then, yeah. I see a flaw. I see a flaw in this guy. The flaw is, why would you try to attack it? Why would you attack it if it has infinite health? Like, you would just kind of feel like, this is stupid. Let me just, like, I guess I have to roll because I'm trying to get a miss, but I can't do any damage to it. So you would just be like, okay, roll, no, roll. Okay, he got one. And then roll. And then we have another problem, which is, what if multiple people have them? Like, what if you rolled 2 in one turn? Now, who does this attack? Okay, these are problems that we're gonna have to solve. No, I love you, Tormentor. Just stay as you are. Yeah, this card needs a little more thinking. First thing we have to do is solve the problem of why to attack it. I think the first thing is this. You still attribute damage tokens to it, and depending on the amount of damage you've done to it when it ends is how much loot you get. That way, even when you're playing this, you're kind of like hoping to do damage to it before you get a miss token, and that would resolve that. I also think, why not? Like, someone's gonna definitely get a peril token. That's, as you guys have seen when I've played this before, that's not just a nothing. That's like, oh my gosh, especially if you already have one, now you have two, one more means you're gonna take a broken arm or something. So I think there needs to be some kind of loot table in here for how much damage you've done to the card when it does, you know? So if I've done 6 damage to it and then it hits bucket, and let's just not deal with the double tokens yet or the triple tokens, but let's say he gets it. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So you get, maybe we do something where you get 1 loot, but you don't roll for it. You just get the loot deck, which is just like consumable items. You know, for a basic amount of damage, you get 1 loot. For a bit of damage, you get 2 loot. And for, a bit of damage, you get, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't want this guy to feel like, oh, wow, I'm going to cash out on this guy. Because then you kind of are starting to compare the values, right? Is it, if I don't want the Death Blade, then I kind of wish that I could summon the Tormentor because I can get a ton of like health potions. So we got to be careful about that. I would almost give it coins, but give you coins for it, but then that feels like a money exchange, and I really want it to be about pain. But I really want the idea of you trying to inflict as much damage as you can on the Tormentor since it has infinite health. This is a tricky card to design. I was almost gonna say it like it doesn't have an attack up here. It just reverses your own hit. But then how could you ever, if you got a miss, then that means you didn't hit, which means you wouldn't hit. All right. This card's tricky. I wonder if we have to just sit on this card for a little bit. Feels like we might have to sit on this card. I'm thinking I'm hitting some dead ends with it. Like, I don't want it to give out more loot based on the amount of damage you do to it. That just doesn't really work. Oh. In Xenoshift, you have a type of alien, 3 health, that reduces all incoming damage to 1. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to write that one down. That's a really cool idea. Thanks for sharing that. Let's see. Today is 3/10. It's my first note that I'm taking. Okay, not bad. Possible creature that reduces incoming damage to 1. I don't think it would be the Tormentor because the Tormentor doesn't have any hits. Doesn't have any health. That's where things are getting a little tricky. Maybe what if instead of when a hero receives a peril token, maybe we could do a thing where we say when a hero receives a peril token, Instead of when a hero receives a peril token, when a peril token is generated in this encounter. And the second thing is, if the Tormentor receives 10 damage, that doesn't make any sense. I was going to say if it receives 10 damage, then create a peril token on the Tormentor, but that doesn't make sense either, because then that's just giving it 10 health, which is like, then it doesn't have infinite health. That was the cool thing about this. The two things are, well, the main thing is this can be resolved. This is just a targeting thing, which, you know, is not a big deal. Yeah, it's not a big deal. We can figure it out. We can even say it does both of them. I don't know. But what is the point of attributing damage to a creature who has infinite health? I still think it's just a payout. It has to pay you something back. It's not coming to me right now. That's okay. These things happen. I'm glad that we're testing it out and we're seeing like what it could possibly be. Maybe the longer it stays on the field, the more threats it creates. It could do that. The more threat, like the more damage it does. But the question is, if I can't hurt it, what's the point of me attacking it except to hope that I fail on my attack? Right? Like, why? Like, you know, then the player's like just doing busy work trying to put these tokens on this creature when that doesn't even matter, really. And then that means that the player is now just rolling over and over again. One thing that I've learned a lot about in this game is when I don't care what I'm doing, the game falls through the floor when it comes to being interesting. So right now, the reason I want to fix this is I can tell already that as soon as this card comes up, I'm just going to be like, okay, just let me know. This is great. Go over here. I'm just going to tell that I'm going to be like, great, you do something, doesn't matter. You do something, doesn't matter. You do something, doesn't matter. Now this thing's going to hit someone for 2. And who's it going to be? It's going to be Simeon. Simeon gets hit for 2, right? So it's going to feel like I'm just doing a lot of work. And the real question is, if I don't want it to feel like work and I want it to feel interesting, what is it? I don't know. Interesting. It's an interesting challenge. That's why I keep coming back to a payout. You know, if you maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I keep looking at this and saying, oh, you know, well, if you want, you can choose one. I keep thinking if you have a peril token when you approach this card, then you don't summon the Tormentor to defeat it. But maybe, just maybe, you actually do want the Tormentor. Because depending on the amount of hits you get in on the Tormentor, gives you health back. Something, right? Like you cause it pain, it gives you health back. Something like that. Like it rewards you, because this card does reward you for pain, right? If you have a peril token, it will take it away from you and heal you, and then it will give you a death blade because it's like happy that you brought it this pain. Then when you summon the Tormentor, maybe the Tormentor just gives you something different. Yeah, this is starting to hit for me. No, this is starting to hit. This makes sense. So the way this works is pain, more pain. When a hero receives a peril token, defeat the Tormentor. Defeat the Tormentor. And then there will be a secondary one below it. Let me see. I don't think can we do a secondary one? Yeah, this makes sense. I think I know how this is going to work now. This is going to be an interesting decision. Right. Let's grab this, And this one? Yeah, we got this. I see where this is going now. Okay, so we drop this down here, and then we grab a second one. We move it up a bit. Pain is going to stay at the top. The magic is going to go above it. Oh, yeah, I see where this is going. It might give us, it might cause some unexpected breaks, but we'll see. This is going to be a from the grave. This is going to, I don't know what to call this, but we'll just call it. What is the word? Satiated? Yeah. Satiated. It's like a different way of saying when you're like full from being hungry. Okay, so satiated is going to be when we don't have to say when defeated because we have a defeated token. So we're going to say if tormentor receive health in exchange for damage done to the tormentor. Okay, this is gonna be this is interesting. Let me grab that one card that tells us what to do when something dies. We just need that icon. That icon is somewhere around here. I think it's in here with the creatures. It's going to be in creatures, card fronts creatures, and it'll be right in here. Oh, what? He doesn't have the from the grave? That's a new thing. Okay. All right, let me go back here and take a look. Tabletop sim. Is he in here? Torment? Oh my god. Is he like in the whole deck? I bet he's in the deck. Is the tormentor? Yeah, he is. There it is. I need this guy. I just need this. Okay. So this basically means from the grave. Like when they die, this is like a death rattle icon. So let's just go ahead and grab it. And shrink it down. And then we could just put it right here. So when this creature dies, you receive the health based something. I don't know if this will be exactly how it works. Yeah. Okay, let's save this and try it. Call this Tormentor 2. And let's replace it. Where did I put Imgur? Oh, here it is. Here's Imgur. Okay, let me drop this in. Tormentor 2, the sequel. The Squeakquel. This card's probably not perfect, my guess. But it is interesting. So now, when you play, you may have, here's what I'm thinking. You may come into this going, oh, wow, I have a peril token, but I have a bunch of heroes who have like a lot of damage. So I'm actually going to summon the Tormentor. The Tormentor comes out, you roll, you're like, great, I hit it. We do a damage here. We hit it again. Great. We do a damage. And then boom, we do a damage. And then eventually, oh, sorry, I'm just flipping. I'm not even rolling. And then eventually we get someone who's gonna Okay. Okay. This could be showing me that there may be a problem with just putting damage on this guy indefinitely. Great. So the card's still broken. That's fun. But we got closer. We got closer to it. This could just be so massively OP, though. Yeah, I think I know how to solve this then. Yeah. I got it. We're missing one more thing on here. We just need to put a cap on it. Receive health in exchange for damage done to the tormentor up to... we put 6 points. Maybe 6 points is worth it. 5 points. Shoot, that still means that after you do 5 points of damage, you kind of go back to, God, this card is hard, yo. This card is tricky as hell. This does solve it. It just doesn't completely solve it. It only solves it for the first half of the interaction. And if we cap when you get a miss token, then we're just giving it health. It will be worth it. Yeah, you can see where I'm going with it. It's like, okay, so then you come in here and you can either get something you know how to use, which is Deathblade Sword is pretty cool, and you could remove a peril token, or you fight this thing and kind of gamble a little bit, right? Because if it doesn't go well and it takes a long time, you're going to lose a lot of health. But if you can beat it quickly and you roll and you get something, you may be able to take, like, you know, basically these guys could do like 3 or 4 damage in the first round. And then if they roll, you know, you could get the 5 damage to be a payout and you take less damage. You actually walk away with health. You know, so far how I've kind of felt like working on this game is like, the best thing to do is to try it. So I think we go up to 5 points, because I think less than 5 points will mean in the first round, you'll have already filled it up with the amount of health you could get back. And since it does do 2 damage, it doesn't feel like you are gonna, you know, if this thing hits 1 hero, now you're only getting 3 health back. If they hit you twice, that's 2 rounds, you're only gonna get 1 point of health back. So it almost feels like maybe it should be 6. So that way by the 3rd turn, if it's hit you 3, if it's gone 3 rounds, it's hit you 3 times, now it's a wash. And on the 4th turn, now you're losing health. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So you get 6 points if you beat it in the first round, but you have to do 6 points of damage. Yeah. Screw it. Let's try it. Let's just throw it in there and we'll give it a shot. I think at this point, we're running the risk of over designing this without playtesting it and just trying to solve problems that who knows, right? Like, who knows? Yeah. And I think when it comes to multiple tokens, by the way we're going to solve that is I believe the rule is going to be, although don't quote me on this yet, but I think the rule is going to be 1, 2, and 3. So if you have heroes that all fit the same criteria of the attack pattern, which means he's going to hit anyone who has a miss, then it would be Eris who gets hit and turns this into a peril token. That's kind of what I'm going to go for, just to keep it simple, because I don't want to add another dice roll. And I don't think that would be effective considering it's not always all 3 people. All right, let's put this in here. Let's go ahead and upload the 3rd Tormentor card today. Here we go. I do like that it loads like so fast on Imgur. Like, at least you don't have to sit there and wait like 3 seconds for it to like change the page or something. Okay. When a hero receives a peril token, defeat the Tormentor. Receive health in exchange for damage done to the Tormentor up to 6 points. So let's just move these guys over. We're just going to try this guy out real quick. I'm just curious. What we got? Okay. All right. Didn't know. It's like a clown car. How many cards we got under here? All right. Put these guys back. Keep these guys here. Let's bring the Tormentor over. I'm just going to play, like, let's just assign some random damage. Ugh. Let's assign some random damage. Sure. Let's get rid of these. And then we'll give this a try. So what would happen here is we already have 5 points of damage. I'm going to give Eris 1. So if we got all 6, it would be pretty cool. We're going to start off. These guys are broken, as we know, but let's just roll with it. If Eris rolls and gets an attack, she does 1 damage. If she's the leader, she does 1 damage at the start. Sure, why not? Let's just pretend. She gets 1 damage at the start because she is the party leader. And then we roll for it. We get a 1. That does 1 damage. So we're already at 2 health back. Simeon gets to go. Simeon's broken as hell. So we're not going to do double crits plus 1. We're just going to do 1 crit plus 1. So if he crits, he failed. Okay, so I'm actually going to win on this one pretty well. Now I just want Bucket to really hit. Do 2 damage on crit, add 1 bleed token. Creatures only attack Bucket. These are old cards. Why aren't the new cards in here? I guess I didn't save it. God, Tabletop Simulator is just garbage sometimes. This would actually not be good because Bucket currently has to be... Oh, he's on the other side. I take it back. I take it back. He flipped over and he has his thing. That really threw me. Okay, so Bucket's thing is weapons only attack when Bucket starts a turn exhausted. Trigger the attack twice and unexhaust. So he would have to turn. He wouldn't do any damage. That sucks. And then the Tormentor is going to hit Simeon for 2. Ooh, it has to be 1 because these get a +1 damage. Otherwise, he takes 3 damage. So I'm glad we're playing this. So this would technically be 3 damage, which then breaks the math on this. So he'd have to do 1 damage. This turns into a peril token plus 1 more is 2. And then that beats this guy, but we get the 2 health back. So we get 2 health back, which means would be 1, 2. And that's a wash. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You'd have to find some way to do 6 damage. Okay. I don't hate this card at all. I think this card has a lot of potential. And I think like if we had things like increased attack damage or get a reroll or instant crit, Bucket kind of sucks on this card considering the first roll was like done. But if he was on the second turn, we would have done 2 damage, 4 damage. He would have done 4 damage and added a bleed token, which I don't think does anything. Actually, that's not true. A bleed token would create more damage on here. Interesting. Okay, I like this card. I'm going to change that last thing, which is it does have to be 1 damage, not 2, because when you do hit a hero that has a miss token, it immediately assigns a +1. So our last Tormentor of the day, it's going to bring us to a 4. A 4th Tormentor. And then we go back to Imgur. Such a strange website to have to say. Imgur. And then we're going to add it, copy the address, and then go into Tabletop Simulator and fix it. Oh, that's not it. That's it. Well, it didn't like that. There we go. Wow. We did it. We made the grotesque. I like this set. This is a fun set. This is a, this whole purpose right now, guys, just a reminder, has been to take these really like boring events, prison cell, select a hero, roll, see what happens, and really start infusing them with more choice and more interesting outcomes. And I feel like this, we'll have to play it, but I do like this a lot. I do wonder what happens after you've lost the 6 points of health that you can gain back from this. If If it's worthwhile to let people just break the game, I don't know. I doubt it. But I am concerned about what that does. But we'll get there. Hey, we can just, all we can do is try it out. Put this guy in the summons, put this guy in the events, and now we got we have a new event in there, which is exciting. All right, guys. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Deadly Decks designing. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. This was really fun, building out the Grotesque and the Tormentor. That's really cool. We're gonna just keep trudging along. I know this, you know, I want to get to playing as soon as possible, but I do feel like I really want to change these event cards. It's gonna take a little bit. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, trying to build a community here, and just focus on like a really chill stream where we focus on game design and not the kind of game design that's like, let's look at Marathon and see why it's terrible because it's garbage. It's like, you know, not trying to make this kind of that YouTube content, really trying to make some quality game design YouTube content. So thanks for hanging out here. And Pandery, thanks for hanging out. I hope you like and subscribe. Hope I see you again. Great suggestions. Gonna definitely check out Xeno Shift. Thanks again. And thanks to all the OG Team WoW for hanging out. You guys are the best. Hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Curtis WoW, almost out. Curtis WoW is out.